I wonder what's on TV today.
A new alert has come up that children aren't getting the right education in history. Our channel, Entertainment All Day, is solving that problem. Every day at 6:30 in the morning, we're going to have a history chat. Welcome our assistant host, Chain.
Hello everyone! Today we're going to go over standard SS8H3A. First up, the French and Indian War. Woohoo! Now who can tell me about the causes of the war? Okay, we have a very enthusiastic crowd today. Now, the causes of the French and Indian War is that the French and British have been having many disputes lately. Some would say that they were like little kids.
What were they fighting over?
Well, according to Ask.com, they were fighting over the Ohio River Valley. Their goal was to capture as much land as possible. And the Ohio River Valley is 200,000 square miles.
That's the same size as my $3 billion house.
Okay. Now, what were the results of the war?
They created lip gloss?
No. The British gained control of Canada and Florida. Also, the poor colonists could move over to the western frontier. And the French lost all their land and gave the Louisiana Territory to Spain. Yay! The British needed some money to pay for the war debits, so they taxed the colonists.
Yay! All hail King George III.
No. Now, the French and British were a strong match. The French had a stronger army with more experience. Also, the French rarely argued amongst themselves, so their colonists were pretty peaceful. Unlike the murderers that make up half of our population today.
Kill all, ask later.
The French also traded with the western Indian tribes. The Indians loved beaver furs.
Like me.
Now, the British forces were way more powerful in the navy aspect, but they had a weaker army. Also, they had a strong alliance with 6 tribes of the Icarus Confederacy.
Wow, they really are evenly matched.
For those Georgians who are watching, you benefited too.
They did?
Yes, they did. The western border was moved over to the Mississippi River. They gained land, though, even though they didn't be part of the war.
They get things for not doing anything? They sound like most children these days.
Once the war was over, the British started taxing the colonists, and they were angry. This anger eventually helped start the American Revolution.
Now that's all we have, so get off the stage. We are now going to have Chineri come up and talk about the Proclamation of 1763.
Hello, everyone! Now today we're going to make your knowledge expand. Hey, hostess girl, do you know what the Proclamation of 1763 is?
A paper that allows us to have pecans?
No. It forbade people to move west of the Appalachian Mountains. And it made Georgia's boundary go to St. Mary's River.
I knew that.
The Appalachian Mountains and the St. Mary's River were the colony's new boundaries. The new boundaries helped Georgia a ton. People began to move to Georgia because there's more farmland and dense forests. Also, Georgia used St. Mary's River for transporting things.
They had a lot of benefits, but I'm bored, so get off the stage. Cut. Now we're going to see Chasey talk about the Stamp Act.
Hello, everybody.
Do you collect stamps?
No. Why?
I was just wondering.
Okay, now the Stamp Act just made people have to pay for stamps that went on all legal documents. This hurt Georgia. Georgia had the first newspaper, and it was called the Georgia Gazette. With all new taxes on stamps, the Georgia Gazette had to stop printing because it was getting too expensive. Ouch! A group of patriots came together to oppose something called the Stamp Act.
Wahoo!
Okay, those patriots were called the Liberty Boys, and they were part of a larger group called the Sons of Liberty. They did not agree with the Stamp Act at all.
Rebel, rebel, rebel!
Okay, Well, that's all I have. So, goodbye.
Okay, thanks for coming. Now get off. Okay, now that she's done, now let's introduce Charlie. He's gonna tell us about
The Intolerable Act. Now, who can tell me what the 4 parts of the Intolerable Act are?
lip gloss, perfume, soda, and toilet paper.
No, that is not it. The 4 parts of the Intolerable Acts are closing of the ports until the cars pay for the tea, no town meetings in Massachusetts, people who commit a crime will be tried back at Britain, and the Quartering Act, which made all the colonists have to house and feed all the soldiers.
Oh, that's mean.
Yes, it was. George sided with the British because,
How rude! They're friends with the bully?
well, they were the youngest and poorest colony. They relied heavily on Britain. Also, unlike the other colonies, Georgia was more loyal to the British.
Okay, well that's all the information I can take in. So get off the stage, Charlie.
Touch me!
Okay, children of the Americans, prepare yourself for the talk of the Declaration of Independence. Welcome on stage to Noble.
Hello, peasants. Let's get straight to the point. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Your mom!
No, it's Thomas Jefferson.
I knew that.
Uh-huh. What was the first part of the Declaration of Independence?
When they talk about plastic surgery.
No, it's the Preamble. It discussed how the colonists felt about democracy.
What's the second part?
I'm the one here supposed to be asking the questions, okay? Anyway, it's the grievances. There are 27 complaints against King George III in the Parliament. That's the last. The last part is...
The conclusion.
You're right for once. It is the conclusion. It declares that the colonists be an independent nation. Now, the 2 dates to remember is July 4th, 1776 and January 1776.
Why do we need to know that?
Well, on January 1776, Thomas Paine's pamphlet of common sense appeared. And on July 4th, Congress approved the Declaration of Independence.
Okay, well that's it for History Chat Chat. Get off the stage! See you later on Entertainment All Day.
Bye.